What made me proud of Frankford was, I would have to say my cousin Chris, because he played football for Frankford. He represented Frankford to me. That's all I knew. When I came down for Frankfurt, it was to see my family, it was to see him play football, and it was to see like how proud everybody was of him. People knew my cousin, knew a lot about him, but it wasn't until he passed that they saw how much it reflected that part of the city. And they saw everything that he did and how it made everyone feel. Everyone had a special connection to him. I want people to know the untold truth, as far as the fact that there's more than the perception that's portrayed on TV, necessarily the news, especially in Frankfurt. There is a lot of negativity portrayed, and the untold truth is the good things that the people do, the tight connections with the community, the love that they have for one another, and the positivity, the individuals that are absorbing the good in life and doing something good with it. That's untold to me, and that's not familiar to, the people that can actually notice it and see it. They don't see that people have good hearts, and people are taking life serious, and people are just living and looking at the positive things. Young people like me, I would say that the stereotype that they have on young people like me is not necessarily where I would like it to be, especially that I'm African American and that I'm a girl, I'm a woman. At my age, we're not necessarily supposed to be in college. I'm a junior at LaSalle University. We're not necessarily supposed to be independent or not having children at this time, or worrying about our image, what we wear, how much money we have. I'm supposed to be worrying about those things at this point, and I feel like I'm worrying about the total opposite, and that's what I feel should be more reflected upon people like me, or young, the youth generation, to give us the benefit of the doubt and to look at us individually and not as a group. The stereotypes for the youth is really taking a toll on noticing people individually and what they do. And me, myself, I would say at the age of 20, coming from, not necessarily the richest part of Philadelphia, I'm not really supposed to be in college at this point. I'm not necessarily supposed to be pursuing what I really want to do. I'm not really necessarily supposed to understand to block the negativity out, and I don't have to be like everyone else. That's what I mean by the youth generation. I just want people to not expect us to have kids at a young age and feel like every young girl is so superficial and not really taking the substance of life for granted. And I just feel like everyone has their own individual level to maturity, and I take life serious, and I believe there's so many other young women and young men that do the same, that no one really gets a chance to notice or see. But I try to stay humble, so. The substance of life is finding your passion, in which it's something that you can say, I did this on my own, regardless if, I was the richest person, came from the richest background, or if I didn't have anything to own. What I did for myself and what I achieved for myself, I did that with my own, and that's my true passion. I'm a nutrition major, so I'm in school to be a registered dietitian, and that reflects me with passion, because nutrition is a health field, which is always also very needed, but that major is about helping people and not worrying about yourself, just being concerned for other people that are coming from different backgrounds and different lifestyles. And I just want to be versatile, and I came across it and I started doing that, and that was my major ever since sophomore year. I think young people can find their own passion when they stop being afraid to live in the box and take risk. Far as not worrying about what other people think about you, but realizing what makes you happy and turning it into something of your own. What would I feel if I was to see the mural? What would I want to feel? And I feel like I would want to feel that feeling, the summertime, basically, just the warmth, kids playing, water ice, just being happy. Everyone outside, everyone's involved in, an activity. Everyone was just busy. The last thing that I want to say is that Chris is Frankfurt. That's all I know. He's Frankfurt, and he will always be Frankfurt.